Hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth and final part of this series, discussing native skills. So today we're going to be following a path that's something that truly lights me up, and I'm very privileged to have at the center of what it is that I offer in my business, and that is compelling communication. So as we discussed in previous topics in this series, compelling communication, or communication as a whole, lies at the heart of my native skills. I have always delighted in the written word, in conversation, in reading, and in how you can communicate value and understanding by using language. So, compelling communication and native skills. In essence, communication and the way in which you order your thinking and understand other people's is pivotal to being able to bring clarity, specificity, and then repeatability to these native skills that you've taken the efforts of identifying and capturing and now putting into practice. So compelling communication. Let's break this down a little bit. Firstly, compelling. What do I mean by compelling? Well, many people often define this as inspiring action in others or within yourself. If something's compelling, it truly does press on those motivating factors and spur you into action, whether that be for an instance or sustained over a lifetime. So when understanding what is compelling and what may not be, it's important to understand the uniqueness and individuality of each person, but also the commonality in how we all relate to a circumstance and respond to it as well. So understanding what I mean by compelling, it is also important to take a bit of a dive into the psychological elements of how it is that we receive language, create language, and also share language with others. So that's the compelling side. Of course, communications, so you have your verbal and your non-verbal, but today I'm going to be focusing on the verbal. So these being what is said out loud, but then also what is written down as well. So when you combine these two ideas, so compelling communication, ultimately you can start to see the purpose behind what this particular activity or series of activity has. So for me, compelling communication is when you're able to unite a purpose with a vision. You're able to give practical steps towards achieving a certain outcome. You're able to connect ideas with motivations across a broad range of different people, circumstances, and timeframes. So compelling communication is a native skill that I am absolutely honored and delighted to have within my skill sets. It's something where I would suggest, if it may not necessarily be a native skill for yourself, you may wish to develop this particular skill set because it leads into so many discoveries. It assists you in building rapport with others. It assists you to really find your unique voice and be able to have that seen, heard, and potentially understood by others. Compelling communication is so much more than a fleeting moment. For me, compelling communication is something that truly lasts. It creates an impression. It creates the interest within someone of wanting to know more, wanting to deepen their understanding of how it is that you show up in the world and what it is that you bring of value to that circumstance. So consider how your communication can compel people, can inspire them, and can continue to offer them a source of joy, interest, and enlightenment over a period of time. So how is it practically, really, in my business that compelling communication shows up? So it's not only in the end outcome of the projects that I work on, whatever these copywriting assets are, or grant submissions or documentation may be. It also comes down to the way in which I approach all communications with my clients, with supportive, clear and practical steps in order to achieve the success that we both want for the project that they have in mind. So this compelling communication is something that I'm forever finessing and refining, even though it lies at the core of my native skills. Compelling communication is something that people may not even be aware of their incredible skill sets within. And it's only through practical action and repetition of activities that they become aware that they can truly show up and be part of a team and have a discussion that is incredibly meaningful and that will have this lasting impact and impression. I'm really keen to hear some instances of when you believe that you have been able to engage with someone who is really compelling you to take action, and what was that circumstance and what action did you take, and also instances you can reflect upon where you are compelling others through your communication to take action, to reflect, and to ultimately change the course and the trajectory of their projects and maybe even their lives. This is a topic that has been and will continue to be at the core of all business activities that I do. I see it as absolutely paramount to be focusing in on every interaction, every part of the assistance that I offer for my clients, for the community that I sit within, and for the people that I hold close within my life as well. This compelling communication is truly the bridge between where I am now and where I want to be. Perhaps it will be a bridge for you as well. As always, I'm wishing you every success and all the best. Take care. Thank you for joining us to uplevel your business, skills, and knowledge. Click the links below and subscribe to the Clarified Solutions social media platforms to receive regular updates. Weekly resources will be provided along with gifts to assist you in your journey in upleveling your business expertise and confidence. We look forward to continuing to support you in your journey as you become the leaders and the business experts you wish to be.